Yes, hello, Wolfgang here. Welcome to this new video on my channel. If you're a video creator and create videos for YouTube or for internal purposes, do you perhaps have a use case where you need transcripts and possibly subtitle tracks in different languages?
Would you like to read it?
Imagine something I recently stumbled upon. I don't think it's been on the market for long, but it's very cool. I was quite surprised by it. More on this after the intro. Okay, what is it about? For instance, I make a lot of videos for YouTube, video courses, for example, on the topic of typo 3, but lately also increasingly on other topics, such as AI, and my language is German. I must say I don't speak English very well. I understand English relatively well, and reading is not a problem, but spontaneous speaking, that's kind of my weakness. And that's why there are no English videos from me, not yet at least, but the next step would definitely be for my videos, offer subtitle tracks, at least in English, maybe in other languages too. And then I just happened to stumble upon a tool that greatly simplifies this. With relatively little effort, you get a transcript, created your videos, so the text extra, and you can translate the whole thing into over 130 languages with a few clicks as subtitles. Export track, so to speak. So as a specific text file or as PDF or as whatever. And I want to show you this tool now. For that, we go to my screen, and that is turboscribe.ai. This is the website. I will, of course, link it in the video description. And we already see convert audio and video files to text. So it works with audio files as well, but I use it for videos. And we already see here 1.8% accuracy, over 98 languages, over 130 I read somewhere else. It recognizes different speakers. You can use it privately. The whole thing is based on this whisper model from OpenAI. So these are the same people who also created JGPT. And there are different pricing models. I also tested all of this here in this free tariff.
You can
upload files per day that can be up to 30 minutes long. So that's already a good amount. It's sufficient for many for sure. Here mentioned something about lower priority, that you have to wait longer before your files will be transcribed. So in my tests, I didn't really have anything to say about it. Was noticed. They were transcribed very quickly. It could be that if they get a lot more new users, it might take longer. I have not been able to confirm this yet. However, I quickly switched to this unlimited tariff for $10 a month. It's worth it for me as I have a lot of videos. For example, I put my ChatGPT course, which I recently released, through it, and within, yes, I am now saying, in a few hours, it really wasn't much effort. It ran on the side. Sometimes I had subtitle tracks in English for my entire video course. It took hours, if at all. Yes, take a look at this. I'll show you now what it looks like for me for this. I go to the dashboard here, and we'll have a look at it. So you have your files here. You need to upload the videos directly here. I think I haven't seen a way to use, for example, existing YouTube videos or anything here, but you have to upload them here. In the free plan, you can only upload one file at a time. In the unlimited plan,
yes, it is, yes,
upload and pull in 10, 20 files at the same time. Whereas I had problems when the video files were too big, over a gigabyte, that then some were not uploaded in this mass upload. I had to upload them again. I simply reduced them, compressed them, and then it worked wonderfully. You can then set here in which language the file was recorded. Of course, German is preset for me. Here you can choose different transcription modes. I always use this whale here. I haven't even tried the others yet because it delivers great results here. Then you can go to more settings. This is also very cool. If you have multiple speakers, you can check this here. Then they will also be excellent or marked here, so to speak. What I just always is that the transcript was automatically translated into English. And then I get the English transcript directly. Restore audio. You only need to do this if you do not have good audio quality, if you have any background noise. I never use that because I don't need it. If you now naturally want a German transcript for your video, you can omit that and can then also translate it in the next step. So that is, of course, also possible. You can do yours here. Organize your videos or your files in folders. These are basically labels. You can also change the order at any time. You can mark here, for example, you can here move, delete, export. Let's take a look at that right away. And when we go into a transcript, I transcribed a video for YouTube once, and we see that it is now in English. You can see this play button down here, so you can test it directly here when we click on it. We pay attention here also to the highlighted text. Yes, hi guys, Wolfgang here. Welcome to this new video on my channel. Yes, there is something new that I want to show you, and that is something new for the Tupper 3 community. Then he plays it directly, and we already see with these 98% such technical terms as, for example, typo 3. You often don't recognize it. Here, the Tupperware 3 community is made out of it. It probably exists too, maybe, but I have no idea. These are things that you have to correct afterwards. We can see it here too. Here I actually said typo 3.8. The Tapper turns it into 3.8 again. Sometimes he also makes it turbo 3 or what else did he do? I can't remember. So he had like 2-3 terms you like to use instead of typo 3. But that's not a problem. You can correct that directly in the exported file. So you have to look through the texts. Here we see HamHub, for example. I said HamHub. HamHub is a software, so spelled with U. He's not used to that, of course. So I would also have to correct that. But otherwise, it's really good. Also with the German transcripts, I don't actually have any more German online now, but I did test it by just looking at the German text here. The only downside is I can't correct this here directly, so I can't edit this transcript directly. I have to download it here and can then download the whole thing in the exported file. And there are different formats available. You can download it as plain text and you can choose whether the timestamps should be included or not. This goes along with the examples. For subtitle tracks, e.g. for YouTube or Vimeo, you usually need this SRT format, or if you go via advanced export. There is also VTT here. Both work. You can then use this for video platforms and simply upload it. You can also say here, please include the timestamps when exporting, and then you can even allow multiple formats to be exported here at the same time. And then in these are pure text files that you can edit normally. The transcription error has been corrected. What's also really cool is that you can send the whole thing directly to a translation service. They use Google Translate for this here. Unfortunately, I'd actually prefer DeepLB, but okay. Here you can just click on this, then it opens on a certain page. I see the text here. And yes, now it's in German here because that's what's set up top. He recognized English. I'm now going to do it in German in this case. And then I could have it translated back. Of course, this would be nonsense for a German-speaking video, but yes. Of course, you can also translate it into numerous other languages here. Of course, I now have the problem. I can't judge whether the translation is correct. That's always the catch with these things. Yes, I would then maybe have someone read over it again who is a native speaker or knows the language very well. That might be advisable. But in principle, you can already use it like this. Then you can download this as text, as a CSV, SRT or VTT. You can also switch between the original and translation here. Yes, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm going back again. Another great feature is that you can link this directly with chat.gpt if you have an account there. You can select it and what should it do with it. For example, you could have a short summary of the text generated or a blog post or social media posts, etc. But you can also enter the custom prompt. So what is supposed to be done here? That is the prompt down here. And there we can say, for example, let's make a short summary. It says here copy prompt, so the prompt will be copied to the clipboard. Then I can directly open ChatGPT here. Then I can paste this here from my clipboard. We see this is now the whole text. He also captures it nicely here with 3 quotes.
Insert bookmark.
As you should do, and then here is the prompt, and then we could do this. Let's see what he makes of it. I'm writing this now in German because it is set like that in my custom instructions. Now a journey from the position. You passed video. Of course, I should have corrected that. I'm going to make a video course on Tupperware, but does it still exist? I thought it no longer existed. Regardless, yes, by all means, you see, even this is very simple. You don't have to, yes, make do with copy-paste or actually already, but also saves us a few clicks and a bit of typing if we simply use these prompts. Yes, we can also download the pure audio. We can move the whole thing, rename it in different folders here, or of course, delete it again. Yes, I think it's pretty cool. This has really made my work easier, and these are all the videos from my channel, ChatGPT course, ChatGPT Essentials. I'll of course also link in the video description. And it went very quickly. I just uploaded it. I waited a little bit, then he automatically translated it into English. I was then able to download the VTT file, directly import at Vimeo or some at YouTube. Videos are also stored on YouTube here. And then I had the subtitles. This is of course also important for German if you want to trace pure German subtitles. It's also very relevant for accessibility. YouTube does this automatically, but the quality of the automatically generated subtitles on YouTube is usually not very good, especially for German. Such a tool is much better, and what I like about it is that it's super fast. I also have another tool installed locally, which I had already introduced in another video. iCo is what it's called. It's a Mac tool. That basically works as well. I can also have a transcript made, but that takes much longer. So this here is really super fast, one might say. Please check it out if it's interesting to you. Like I said, just try it with a free account. The number of videos and the length are probably enough for many. You don't have to immediately get the paid account. Check this out and feel free to give me feedback in the comments. Whether you use it, how you find it, whether you might use something else. Do you have alternatives to it that might be even better? Then let me know. I am always looking for cool tools that make work easier. And the topic of video, different languages, that's kind of on my agenda right now. I also need a tool at some point. There is something like this already, but currently not very interesting in terms of price and functions. That my audio tracks are directly translated and maybe also adjust the lip movements. There is something like that already, but it's not usable for my application case at the moment, unfortunately. But there will surely be something in the future, and there will maybe be the videos directly in different languages. Of course, that's also cool. That's the end of it. If you liked the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, you know the phrases, and then we'll see each other in the future. See you then!
Subtitles from the American community.